Okay, so let me start. So, hello, Arvind. How are you doing today?
I'm quite well.
Okay,
How
great.
how about you?
Yeah, I'm pretty well, doing fantastic in my life. Thank you for your kind concern.
Okay.
So, since we have been like connecting, this is the very first time I'm talking to you, I guess. So, I want you to introduce yourself first, please.
Okay. I'm Arvind Kumar and I'm from Rajasthan. Currently, I live in Jhunjhunu, which is a district of Rajasthan, and I am a private teacher. I teach SST. And being a teacher somewhere or other, it's become necessary to speak English. So that's why I have been learning this language for last 4 months. And if I touch upon my hobby and I play. I like reading English content. I like watching English content. Nowadays, I have been reading an English novel, half half girlfriend, to improve my English. So that's all about me. Please introduce yourself.
Yes, why not? I would be more than happy to introduce myself. So, well, my name is Shiv, and I'm born and brought up in India. My state name is Uttarakhand, and I'm a central government employee. In addition to this, I'm done with my master in English, master in commerce, and this year I'm pursuing my master in economics. This is my final year. In addition to this, I teaching us to beginners and intimate speakers through online applications, and I have my own YouTube channel in order to assist and guide so many inquisitive learners and beginners with the name of English with Teachership. So this is all from my side.
That's great.
Okay. So if you have any question to ask, please feel free to ask to me.
Okay, I have some doubts regarding English. So, and as you told earlier that you guide to English learners, so that's why I want to ask some question. First of all, I have clue about rule of grammar, but uh, sometime I cannot break a proper sentence of English, and sometime I face a lack of confidence and during conversation. So please, how to avoid this kind of thing?
That's really a nice question. I must appreciate you that you have asked me a very beautiful question because not only you, but also there are many learners who have been facing the same problem, right? So first question all about your grammar that sometimes like although you have learned some grammar rules, but still when you speak English, those grammar rules don't come to your mind, right? And second,
Right.
lack of confidence. Okay. So let me answer the first question. Before I answer, I would tell you something about myself. Can you imagine, like, how long, like, how many hours did I practice in order to master this language in one day? Can you make any guess, like, how many hours did I practice in one day? Make any guess, like 1 hour, 2 hour. What do you think? How many hours?
Okay, I practice around 1.5 hours in a day.
And in my case, when I was a beginner, I did practice for 14 to 16 hours in one day, right?
14.
Because I did my schooling from Hindi medium school and I was such a terrible and awful speaker in terms of spoken English. I was quite tenderfoot and tyro. I wasn't able to speak a single word in English and I wasn't able to introduce myself in English as I'm introducing right now. But something happened with me, means someone criticized me very badly. And just because of that criticism, I started learning this language. That was the turning point behind this language. Okay. Let me come to your question. See, brother, I was a bit nervous that time. I was underconfident as you are right now. But let me tell you one thing that if we are passionate, dedicated, determined, or enthusiastic to learn something, there's no such power who can stop us to being fluent in this language. You are also Indian, I'm also Indian. We both are from same country. English is not our native language. We are not born with this language. So it's okay to make mistake whenever you speak. But I want you to speak English as more as it's possible for you. So when we are speaking English and we are making any mistake, we should not expect the same level of perfection as native speakers have, because we are not native, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And if you make any mistake somewhere, don't feel ashamed about it. All right. Third thing, I
right.
want you to find a powerful reason for yourself to learn this language. And hopefully you have, because as you said, like being an SST teacher, sometimes you have to speak English, and that's why you are putting yourself into this uncomfortable zone of learning this language, right? So that's really admirable. I must salute you from my side because you're trying to learn this language. Now, third point is words have some magical power. I would say if you want to see a massive change in your spoken English, I would suggest you to learn at least 3 and 4 vocabularies with the synonyms and try to incorporate those words in your spoken English on a daily basis. Okay? Don't learn for the sake of learning. No. Try to use it as well for the throughout the day, right? Now, fifth is don't obsess with grammar rules. This is my personal suggestion for you. Okay, fine. When I'm speaking English, what do you think about my English? How is it?
I think because of practice, you have you might have done a lot of practice.
Yeah, correct, brother. Actually, I don't even know a single rule of grammar. You are better than me. At least you have some basic idea of grammar rules. If you ask me that what is prepositions and what is this, well, I don't know, honestly. So I haven't learned grammar in my entire life because I took English as a language. I haven't learned it as a subject in the academic world. So in
You know,
initial stage,
sometimes what happened in my case. You know, I have some a limited sentence. So I repeat same sentence again and again. So how can I produce new word? I know new vocab. So but when it's come to speak with my co-learner, so that time I repeat same sentence again and again.
for that, you can do one thing. I know it's quite boring, but that's the only technique you can use in order to get rid of this problem of repetition. So, what is that? Start writing. I'm
Start
honestly
right.
speaking. Yes. No matter how many mistakes you are going to commit, don't
Yeah.
think about it. In fact, if you have any friend, any teacher, or anyone with whom you can have a concern about your mistakes, like you can click the photograph, whatever you have written, and send it to him. Ask him, please correct my mistakes and let me know where I'm lacking, in which part of grammar I'm making mistake more and more. And there you need to work on, right? Start writing. Second, start reading. Why? Um, how can I tell you? But yeah, psychology says that we all human beings have some unique pattern in order to acquire something, in order to consume something.
Yeah.
Some of us learn something by visualization. When we watch something, we get to know. Some of us learn something by writing. When we start writing, we can remember all those stuff. And even though in examination, we can recall all those stuff which we have written by our hand only, right? Rather, whatever our teachers taught us. Third thing, some of us learn something by reading, right? So we have some unique pattern. I don't know what pattern you have from where you can learn. It's up to you. You have to find it, right? So I would say do one thing: start writing, start reading, start listening, and start watching videos or listening podcasts and like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Whenever you will do these activities, don't do these activities for the sake of reading, listening, reading, writing. No, for the sake of avoiding your repetition weakness. If they are saying you are looking okay, if someone is saying to a girl like you are looking beautiful, and your problem is again you are saying that yes, you are looking beautiful. Yeah, you are
Yeah.
looking so beautiful, right? How can you avoid it? So you can learn. If someone said that you are looking beautiful, in the next sentence he didn't use that beautiful word. He used aesthetic, stunning, multitudinous, staggering, dazzling, ravishing, appealing, graceful, delightful, exquisite, elegant, enchanting. I have more than 50 words only for beautiful. So you need to understand the sentence formation. Okay. I'm not asking you to learn grammar. Honestly speaking, I'm not. I want you to understand the basic pattern of grammar. What are the basic pattern? In order to, in order to learn English, in order to go there, in order to move, basic pattern. Second, I have been. I have been talking to you. I have been reading this book. I have been learning English for last 3 years. I have been watching cartoons for last 2 years. I have been. As a matter of fact, as a matter of fact, I think it should not happen. As a matter of fact, I think that is true. So you don't need to learn deep grammar rules. Rather, just understand the basic pattern of grammar.
And
And
can
it's
you
better if you start writing and make notes, and then you can start incorporating those theoretical stuff in your practical speaking. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
can you tell me some use of advanced use of being? Because I'm a little bit confused with being, being.
Brother, frankly speaking, as I said before, I don't even know a single word of grammar. And the question which you are asking, it is quite related to grammar, but I don't know how do I use being an English learner, right? Being an
Okay.
English
Yeah.
learner, being a good speaker of English.
Mm.
Um, you have like you can say, being a learner, you have to start working on it, right? Or being a psychologist, you have to start understanding the mindset of others, right? And this is how you can use it. I use in this way only. I don't know any other use, honestly speaking. As I said, I'm very straightforward person. I haven't done grammar, so I can't tell you more. But yeah, this is how you can use it.
You know, I have seen some other uses of being. I am being I'm I'm being able to listen. So what that time we can? How can we use that time? There are some few other
You
example
can
of being.
use in this way that I'm being humble with you since we started talking to each other.
Yeah.
I'm being so energetic with you since we started talking with each other. I'm being very honest with my boss, but he was not that much. I'm being very hardworking and efficient worker in my company, but they don't even have value of me, right? So this is how you can use.
Okay, sir, when did you start your English journey? And
Uh,
have you faced same problem that I am facing right now? Because in my case, it's been 4 months since I started.
Let me tell you something about myself. I did my schooling from Hindi medium school, and I shared before that I was a very terrible and dreadful speaker at the time in my initial stage. And someone humiliated me very badly. He said, Shiv, the way you speak English, it seems to be that you are rapist of this language. Rapist. He said that you are doing postmortem from English. Now, you can imagine what was my situation at that point of time and how good a speaker I was when someone is considering me as a rapist and he's telling me that you are doing postmortem, right? So Alvin, I'll say one thing that no one is perfect in this whole world, right? We all are human beings and we are born with the quality of making mistakes. We should not afraid of it. Today, I think you are feeling a bit demotivated. You are feeling a bit anxious and nervous, as maybe I'm speaking better than you. But honestly speaking, brother, if you do practice with the bottom of your heart, if you are being honest with your practice, frankly speaking, you can also speak far better than me. In fact, you can become the best version of yourself. And there's no tablet of English that I can give you, and you'll take it with a glass of water and then you can start speaking. There's no magic at all. If there is any magic, that's only your practice, your constant practice, and to your, you can say, enthusiasm, which help you to always put yourself into uncomfortable zone in order to learn this language, right?
Right.
So you have to just keep patience, enjoy the process of learning, have fun, try to involve yourself with this language, challenge yourself, do your homework, whatever suggesting or like whatever you are being suggested by people, you have to follow those things in your home, right? And last but not least, as I said before, focus on LRWs, listening, reading, writing, and speaking. If you practice at least 1 hour for throughout the day, but you are practicing very honestly, you can easily learn this language, all right? And we all are learners somewhere, right? No one is perfect. So we can learn all together. That's the only thing I can say.
And what is the most important among four skills? Yes. Listening, reading, writing, speaking. So I think some people say you should listen as much as you can, and so but I think you told me earlier that we have to read. We have to read.
I've
Uh,
said
sorry, we have to read.
each of
Right,
these
right.
four modules are equally important water for human survival.
Yeah,
But as I said, we all have our own unique pattern. Just incorporate yourself with these four modules and find the best module for yourself in terms of learning this language. Like which technique is working for you? Because
yeah,
maybe the technique which works for you might not work for me. And the technique which I have been following and working for me may not work for you. Who knows? Right?
yes.
There's a
It
quotation,
depends
the
on
shoes fit for
person
you might be
to person.
others. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It depends on individual, it depends on person to person. Right? It varies person to person. So find your best technique and then be on it. If you feel that only by listening I can improve and you're improving, be on it, right? You don't need to think about writing, reading, and speaking. Just go forward listening, right? So actually, I'm running out with my time. I have some another session with someone. I don't want to disconnect the call, but anyhow, I have to disconnect it because I have to attend the next session. I hope you don't mind. But if still, if you have more question, please feel free to drop a message in my inbox. I would love to answer your doubts, question, whatever you have in your mind. Right?
definitely, sir. Definitely.
Okay. So keep talking, keep learning, keep shining, keep improving, and keep sharing. Wish you very all the best. And just be the best version of yourself. And I'm honestly speaking, if you practice honestly, you are going to become a bombastic personality in terms of spoken English, right? So just believe on yourself and you can do it. Bye, guy. Bye, brother. Take care.
Have a nice day, sir.
Likewise.